Thanks for tuning in to Chats with Your Self-Worth BFF. This is your host, Mikaela Filar, where we are here to skyrocket your self-worth, heal your shit, and take your power back. Welcome to the chat. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chats with Your Self-Worth BFF. It's your host, Mikaela Filar. Today, we are going to get into an exciting subject, which is how to take radical responsibility for your life and shift your creator field. Now, if you don't know what I am talking about when I say creator field, I am talking about the electromagnetic field that you have around you at all times, 24/7. It lives with you. It is you. It is what you are constantly thinking, feeling, and believing to be true about yourself. Okay. So this creator field is broadcasting a vibe off of you. Okay. This vibe is how you are thinking, feeling, and being towards yourself and what you are believing to be true. Okay. It is what makes you an energetic match for people, situations, circumstances, and things to happen for you. Okay. So taking radical responsibility for your life is not something that a lot of people do, and it is not something that is easy to do, and it isn't a concept that is very widely talked about or known. And I'm going to help change that by sharing with you how I take radical responsibility for my life and how I shift my creator field so that I am no longer an energetic match for things that are simply not the vibe. Okay. We're just going to get right into it. I'm going to give you a couple examples. I just got back from 10 days of being away, and I went on 2 retreats. Now, when you go on retreats, when you go somewhere to intentionally level the fuck up, like what happens is that whatever energy or emotions or feelings or thoughts that are stuck inside of you that cannot come with you to the next level are going to be like purged out of you. They're going to be like released out of you. And this comes in the form of reflections. It comes in the form of body ailments. It comes in the form of like smelling bad or getting diarrhea. Sorry if that's TMI, but like it's definitely a thing. But bottom line is like our emotions, our feelings, our thoughts, they come out of us in a lot of different ways. So, especially if you're holding on to them for like a really, really long time and you're like then releasing them, not only do they have to be released from your mind, from your mouth, they have to be released from your body too, which is why somatic work is so important. But I digress. So, the reason I talked about that is because I've been having a lot of reflections. One of them being the fact that my Wi-Fi kept on cutting out yesterday when I was trying to do this podcast episode for y'all and get it out to you on time. When was this? It was like yesterday. Anyways, the Wi-Fi was not Wi-Fiing. And I could say that the Wi-Fi isn't Wi-Fiing and it just is what it is. And I'm just going to be a victim to the fact that like my Wi-Fi isn't working and I have no control over that. Mind you, I don't technically have any control over my Wi-Fi working. I am aware of that. And there's a reason that I was an energetic match for my Wi-Fi to not Wi-Fi. Okay. This is where things get a little bit complicated for most people because they can't seem to wrap their heads around the fact that you are literally in charge of what you are attracting into your life on a day-to-day basis. So let's get to the bottom of this reflection of my Wi-Fi not Wi-Fiing. So what I did is I was like, okay, my Wi-Fi is not Wi-Fiing. I'm very annoyed. When I'm annoyed or it is mustering up a emotion in my body, what does that mean? It means that I'm triggered. So I'm triggered by my Wi-Fi not Wi-Fiing, not working. Okay. I asked myself, how do I feel like my Wi-Fi is being unreliable, not trustworthy, right? So I asked myself then, where am I not being reliable towards myself? Where am I not feeling like, where am I not having trust in myself? And I came up with this. I realized something. It was a thought that had lived in my brain prior to these retreats, um, because I am a human and I also have limiting self beliefs, right? The only difference is that I know how to work through them and move through them and not let them affect whether or not I keep going or continue to work towards what I am striving for, right? So, my limiting belief and where I was not being reliable towards myself was that having the trust in myself to build a stable income through my business only. That was a huge, like, obviously, that thought cannot come with me to the next level. Like, consciously, I know I can fucking grow this business. I know I can only do this business and this is my passion and this is what is going to, blossom into a sustainable 6-figure plus business, 6 figures and more business. And there's obviously like limiting self beliefs that I have pop up here and there. And that's totally normal. I'm a human and I work through those. And this is one of the reasons or one of the ways that I do so. But like that thought was in my energy field. And then it became a reflection for me in my physical reality because reflections are just our higher self's way of getting our attention. It's the only way, if we are not listening, it's the only way that it can get our attention. Okay. So it's in the form of reflections. And the reflection I was having was the Wi-Fi not working. And so I shifted it and I was like, how do I feel like the Wi-Fi is being? I feel like it's being unreliable. Where am I not being reliable towards myself? Trusting in myself to build a stable income through my business only. How do I choose to feel instead? So acknowledging this feeling and then asking myself, how do I choose to reframe this? How do I choose to feel instead? Okay, well, I trust in myself to build a sustainable business, and I know that I am the secret ingredient for what people need. Bam, that right there, me getting rooted into the fact that I am the secret ingredient for what people need. I have what it takes to create a sustainable business. Getting rooted in those two statements is is literally like connecting my conscious and my subconscious mind, because what am I going to do now? I'm going to take those two statements and I'm going to clock every time that I feel that I am the secret ingredient for what people need. So anytime I get somebody telling me that what I do is better than therapy, I literally just got off a session an hour ago and my student was like, what you do is better than therapy. Who the fuck needs therapy? Like, and I was like, snaps, 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 snaps. Anyways, I digress. I'm going to clock those little micro moments because what you focus on grows. What you focus on, you get more of. It's the universal law of focus. Okay. So, what you need to do is focus on what you want more of. What do I want more of? I want more ways that prove to me that I am the secret ingredient for what people need. More ways to prove that I have what it takes to create a sustainable business. All right. So every time I get somebody buying a course or booking a session with me or, any of the sort, I'm going to clock that. I'm going to see that for what it is. And it is the fact that I have what it takes to build a sustainable business. It is the fact that I am the secret ingredient for what people need, right? What we focus on, we get more of. This is how I shift my creator field. I also, if you're watching this, you see that I have some eczema on the side of my eye. Like, what the heck is that? I've never had it before. It's itchy. It's annoying. I'm irritated by it. Okay. It's mustering up a feeling. So, this is a reflection being coming out in the form of a body ailment, right? So, eczema is a body ailment, obviously. So, I think about what is eczema. It's like itchy, it's irritated, right? Like irritation. So I thought, okay, well, what am I irritated by? What have I been really irritated by for a long time where it would manifest into a physical ailment on my face? Irritated about how others perceive me and the work that I teach. I just want people to understand that they are in charge of their fucking reality. Okay. Like it's something that like sometimes I can get triggered by. Um, and how do I choose to feel instead? Right. There's that question again. How do I feel to choose instead? Or wait, no. How do I choose to feel instead? Not everyone will get it, and that is okay. And that is their loss. Bye-bye. Do not focus on the things that you cannot control, right? Focus on what you can control. Focus on the amount of people who have resonated with what I have to teach, with who have learned from what I have to teach, who do get it, right? Focus on those, because what happens when you focus on the things that you actually desire, you get more of that, right? So that is how you shift your creator field. If you have reflections that are happening, figure out what those reflections mean, how you can shift them, what you choose to feel instead. Get rooted in those feelings, prove them to your subconscious mind, because our conscious and our subconscious do not speak the same language. They speak two totally different languages. So you have to get them on board. We've got three brains: the thinking, doing, and being brain, right? And if we are not connecting the three, thinking, okay, let's see here. Thinking, uh, trust in myself to build a sustainable biz. Okay, doing, I am doing the actions. I'm here. I'm creating the podcast. I'm having sessions. I'm posting on social media. I'm gaining more traction. I'm doing, right? I'm doing. And then being, embodying the work that I do, embodying the fact that I know I am the secret ingredient to what people need, embodying and just like proving to myself, right, that I have what it takes and that I am the secret ingredient for what people need. Bam. I've connected all three brains. My subconscious and my conscious mind are now on board. So ask yourself, where do you have reflections? And like they could be anywhere on your body, right? Like anything on your body that is not where, like something that you desire to have. This could be also illnesses too, sicknesses, like everything is a reflection. Everything is a physical manifestation of what we are thinking, believing to be true, or like an emotion that we are holding up inside of us for way too long that manifests into our physical reality. Okay. So, what are the reflections in your life? How do you choose to feel instead? How can you connect your thinking, being, and doing brain to prove to yourself that that limiting belief isn't true, to get that out of your energy field, and then to instead create or shift your creator field to creating the life that you desire to live. How does that work? If you shift your creator field and you are radiating this like positive energy, you're radiating what you believe to be true about yourself, you're going to get more of that. You're the people, the world is a giant mirror, and the people are going to reflect that back to you, right? Everyone around you is going to reflect that back to you. Your world is a giant mirror. It's a giant reflection of what you think, feel, and believe to be true. And that has everything to do with your creator field and what you are radiating off, what you are broadcasting off of your body. So, if you do not like the way that your reality looks right now, the simple solution is to, first of all, figure out what you don't like, and then how you can shift that, change the perspective, start to focus on what you actually do want your reality to look like. What do you desire your reality to look like? And then start to take action, because it's the universal law of action, right? Nothing is going to start happening. It's not just going to fucking fall into your lap. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, but that's not how manifestation works. You have to take the physical action. You have to set the intention, and then you have to take the physical action in order to make the manifestation your actual reality. Okay. So what is it you want your life to look like? Understand that you are not the fucking victim. You have the power to shift, to heal, to change, to create whatever it is that you are desiring to create. Get out of the victim matrix that you've been stuck in and start to realize that you have the power to change your fucking reality, period, end of story. This is something that we are going to be going over in Glowed Up, right? I'm going to be sharing all about, the pre-work, my free 3-day workshop, the Glow Up, was day 3 was all about reflections. I share a lot about reflections and teach a little bit about it in there. And then, so if you're interested in that, I'll put that link in the show notes below so you can grab that that recording. Let me know how you like it if you watch it. And if you have any questions in the DMs at Mikaela Filar. Anyways, but with that being said, the Glowed Up is my 6-week self-love and self-image mastery course. And I'm going to be talking all about how to actually get your affirmations to work. And this ties into like reflections. It ties into what you're into shifting your creator field, right? So if you're truly rooted in your affirmations of, let's say, like you are desiring to make 10K a month. Okay. Let's say you're desiring more money and your affirmation is like, I am making 10K months, right? But your bank account isn't reflecting that you're making 10K a month. So your subconscious and your conscious mind are not on the same page. They're on different pages because your subconscious is like, bitch, like you have $300 in your bank account. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's not the case, right? We also have to talk about like the ladder of believability. If you've got 3,000 or $300 in your bank account, maybe 10K, and you're not bringing in, 3K at least a month, then maybe 10K is a little bit of a jump. Maybe we should start at 5K months. Okay. So there's like that ladder of believability, what you believe to be true, right? We have to get your subconscious and your conscious mind on board. With that being said, if your affirmation is I am making 10K a month and like that's just not the case, then like let's change that. Let's shift that. Let's focus instead on abundance. So instead of I am making 10K a month, let's focus I am abundant. Okay. Where are you abundant? You're abundant in so many things. You're abundant in grass. You're abundant in food. You're abundant in a roof over your head. You're abundant in the phone that you're looking at, the headphones that you have in your ear, the car that you're driving, right? Like there's so much to be grateful for, so much to recognize as far as abundance goes. So just like holding that knowing and proving that to be true for yourself, right? So how can you do this? You can focus on abundance, start to clock all of the things that you are abundant in. Maybe start a note in your phone, call it abundance, call it I am abundant, and then start to clock all of the little micro moments where you feel abundant. That's going to then in turn, what you focus on, you get more of, bring in more abundance, right? So the reason that your affirmations are not working, you're standing in the mirror saying, I am beautiful, I am a hot babe, I am funny, but like your subconscious is not on board, right? Like that's because you've got that inner critic inside your head saying, no, you're not, no, you're not, no, you're not. But your conscious is like, yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am, right? And you're in that energy of like needing to feel these things when in reality, you already like have those things within you and you already feel those feelings, but like you're just not aware of where in your life you feel those feelings. You're not connected to a memory. So that's where the trick comes in. Okay. And I will get into that, like I said, inside of the glow up. And or not the glow up, glowed up. The glow up is my 3-day free course available to you. I'll put it in the show notes below, like I said, but glowed up is my 6-week self-love and self-image mastery where we are going to get real into this. We're going to shift your creator field, make you a magnet for all of your desires. And we're going to heal deep rooted trauma. We're going to get rid of that inner critic. We're going to shift your creator field, and it's going to be a really grand time. We're going to get rid of those limiting beliefs telling you that you can't, right? Because those don't need to be there. Imposter syndrome, who? Yeah, we're getting into some incredible stuff inside of this 6-week container. So if you are interested in at all, we start May 15th, doors close May 13th. Do not miss it. I have limited spots available. 3 of them are already taken. So I think I've got 7 spots left so far. So, honey, if it's something that you are feeling called to, if you have an intuitive pull to join me and the others that are embarking on this transformative journey, please do so. I really hope to see you inside. If you have any questions, my DMs are open at Mikaela Filar on Instagram and TikTok. And I cannot wait for you to get your hands on Glowed Up and Can't wait to hear about how you like the glow up, and can't wait to hear about how you like this podcast. If you loved this podcast, please give it a 5-star rating and review. It means so, so much to me, and it helps my podcast get pushed out to who it needs to get pushed out to, and it helps it grow. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for being a part of this podcast community. I love you so much. And of course, as always, we will chat soon.